By the year 2050, the story of Chongqing Yangtze Jialing confluence had evolved beyond geography into a symbol of human adaptation. It no longer marked simply where two rivers met, but where intelligence, resilience, and foresight converged. This vast megacity rose from dramatic mountainous terrain at the meeting point of two powerful rivers. For decades, Chongqing endured relentless floods, air pollution, and unchecked urban expansion. As climate change intensified, seasonal risks transformed into permanent environmental threats. Yet it was within this fragile convergence that a revolutionary solution began to emerge. The Yangtze Jialing confluence AI-Resilience Nexus was envisioned as more than infrastructure. Before the nexus, Chongqing lived on the edge, where disaster felt inevitable every year. Steep terrain and narrow river channels amplified floodwaters during heavy seasonal rains. Traditional flood defenses struggled to protect millions as water levels exceeded historical limits. Dense concrete development trapped heat, intensifying urban temperatures across the city. Rapid industrialization fueled growth but left behind polluted air and contaminated waterways. Chongqing endured through resilience, yet its balance remained dangerously fragile. Gradually, warning signs emerged as extreme weather events became increasingly frequent. What were once rare anomalies turned into predictable, recurring disasters. The Great Deluge of 2030 exposed the limits of conventional urban defense systems. Flood barriers failed, transportation collapsed, and millions faced unprecedented risk. Air quality declined sharply, triggering widespread health and economic crises. It became clear that incremental improvements could no longer secure the city's future. Chongqing faced a decisive choice between environmental collapse and radical transformation. From urgency and necessity, a bold new vision began to take shape. Scientists, urban planners, engineers, and AI ethicists formed an unprecedented alliance. Their goal was not simply smarter machines, but a living, adaptive urban ecosystem. They imagined a city capable of predicting, learning, and healing itself. The first phase began with deploying a massive intelligent sensor network. Billions of microsensors were embedded across buildings, rivers, and atmospheric layers. These digital nerves continuously monitored floods, pollution, seismic activity, and biodiversity. Real-time data streams formed the sensory foundation of the emerging AI system. At the heart of the nexus lay a colossal AI core deep beneath the confluence. This intelligence processed data, learned patterns, and evolved with each passing cycle. Advanced algorithms simulated thousands of future environmental and disaster scenarios. Flood paths, pollution surges, and infrastructure stress were predicted with remarkable accuracy. Weeks before monsoon season, high-risk zones were identified across the city. Evacuations, water diversion, and industrial controls activated before disasters struck. Chongqing no longer reacted to crises, it anticipated and prevented them. Infrastructure itself evolved into a responsive, adaptive system. Smart levees dynamically adjusted height and flow along both major rivers. Buildings, reconfigured internally, to withstand floods and seismic disruptions. Permeable roads absorb rainfall, easing pressure on underground drainage networks. The city functioned like a living organism, responsive and resilient. Beyond technology, the Nexus triggered a profound ecological renewal. Vertical farms, integrated into buildings, supplied fresh food to urban communities. Polluted riverbanks were restored into thriving biodiversity corridors. Urban forests filtered air, stored rainwater, and cooled surrounding districts. Citizens became active participants in managing environmental resilience. Real-time dashboards gave residents direct insight into their city's health. Human judgment and artificial intelligence formed a collaborative partnership. Chongqing's economy shifted toward green technology and sustainable innovation. New industries flourished around AI, robotics, and ecological engineering. By the mid-2040s, cities worldwide studied what became known as the Chongqing model. The Nexus proved that resilience could be engineered without dominating nature. AI acted as an interpreter between human systems and natural processes. The Yangtze and Jialing rivers flowed cleaner than they had in generations. Aquatic life returned as ecosystems gradually restored their balance. Daily life became smoother, healthier, and guided by invisible intelligence. Traffic, energy, and environmental systems optimized quietly in the background.
Look at the cars fly.
The greatest lesson was not technology itself, but adaptability. Chongqing redefined how cities could coexist with uncertainty and change. It demonstrated how foresight could transform vulnerability into strength. The AI-Resilience Nexus became not just a system, but a lasting philosophy.